Zoe, hi YouTube friends. Hasn't it been a long time? Well, I thought I'd pop on as I have a captive audience, as you're all probably at home because of the pandemic, and I thought I'd share the month of March with you because I did some fun things in that time and some worrying things in that time, and I thought who better to share it with than my friends on YouTube. So some of it's going to be quite dull. That's probably why I stopped doing YouTube, is because my day-to-day is a little bit dull, basically doing housework. I mean, how many times can you put I cleaned the kitchen, I cleaned the bathroom. So bear with me. For my regulars, if you're still out there, you know the format. For anybody else who's just fallen onto this video, it may not be your cup of tea, but hey ho. Hi Tracy. Tracy would be very pleased I'm putting up a video, my number one fan. Right, so we will start with the 1st of March, which was Jared's birthday. I'm sorry, I'm battling against my ears at the moment. I've got like a throat and ear thing going on. Don't worry, I haven't got the plague, but like it sounds like I'm echoing in the swimming pool at the moment. So excuse me if I do sound a little odd. So right, we had a lie-in till 10 a.m. And I do put on all the days, you will notice what time I get up. That is for my own reference, so that I sort of sleep track. So don't be alarmed that I keep putting I got up at this time and I got up at that time. It's so I can do a sleep tracker. Anyway, so I got up at 10 a.m. Did the bins and the beds, because that's what I do on Sunday. Take the bins out because it's bin day on Monday, and change the beds. Then we went out to find Loki a new laptop because his had died and he needs it for school. At 1 p.m. we met Tristan Mel, which is Tristan's new girlfriend. Yep, lots happened in that time. And Anita at the Star pub for Jared's birthday lunch. I had chicken wings and salad because I was trying to be fairly good, because I'm back on my, I was back on my exercises then, but then I ruined it all by having chocolate fudge cake for pudding. It's a birthday, you've got to do this stuff. When we got back, it was time for me to go to work, and when I got back from work, Jared had drawn on my banana like this. No reason, but hey ho. Just found it amusing, so made a little note of it. Okay, moving over. So the 2nd of March, when I got up at 7 a.m, it was light outside, which made me feel happy because I love it when it's light, like early in the morning and all the way to late at night. I hate all this winter darkness. It's just miserable, isn't it? I cleaned the house because it's a Monday. I did my 7-minute workout. Right, if you want to know what that's about, if you type 7-minute workout into YouTube, you will come up with lots of 7-minute workouts, and it is really working for me. I've been doing it like really well here. As you can see, as it goes on, I do pitter off a little bit. But it's toning up my tummy and my thighs absolutely wonderful, so I highly recommend it. If you need a link, just send me a message saying send me a link and I will send a link to it, okay? Jay had the day off, so we went and picked up some food shopping. I got a big cup of tea and caught up in my HHH, which is my Heidi's Happy Hybrid, which is this is my Heidi's Happy Hybrid, because it basically is, for anybody who doesn't know, a diary. It's a happy planner, as you can see. It's a happy planner. It's a diary, but I also use it as a planner as well. So like this bit, I use this as planner, the overall month. So for, putting rent and things like that on. And then this bit I use as a diary. So yeah, it's a hybrid. I had my peanut butter and banana pitta for lunch and watched Love is Blind, which was on Netflix at the time. Really liking peanut butter and banana, only just discovered it recently, so it's my jam, or not my jam as the case may be. Sorry, there's a box in the way, I can't move up. So I'm trying to move you about so you can see the bottom of the page. Had a small nap and chatted to Zoe. For dinner we had pork steaks, mash and peas and carrots, and some cake for pudding, and we watched Die Hard 4. As you can see, my day to day is slightly boring, so I'll whiz through as quick as I can unless anything jumps out at me until we get to the interesting bit of going to America. Woo! Anyway, so the 3rd, Jay and I got up at 6 a.m. He got ready for his motorbike test. I did some chores and got Lakey off to school. I dyed my grey. You ought to see my grey now. It's wonderful, but we're all doing the quarantine grey look, I'm sure. I did my 7-minute workout. I sent an email to Zoe with my flight times and replied to an email that Karen had sent to me. Hi, Karen! And then I did my HHH. I started watching The End of the Effing World. Made a lasagna in the slow cooker, which I'd never done before. I mean, I've made lasagna, obviously, but in the slow cooker. It turned out really well. We'll be doing that from now on because that is a lot less hassle. I had a nap. Candy called and we had a catch up and arranged next week. Jared passed his test. Yay! We watched more of The End of the Effing World. Then Wednesday, the 4th, got up at 7 a.m. There was a text from Mum saying they would have to meet early because I now meet my mum and dad every Wednesday for a coffee to catch up. So I got Loki off to school and got ready. I didn't have time to do my workout because I just had to get over, because they come from Nailsea on the train, and sometimes the trains are sporadic. Sometimes they come and sometimes they don't. So she obviously had to get the earlier train. I met them at Costa and we had a coffee and a catch up, and then we walked to World together. I catch up with Mum and Dad. He didn't used to be able to because my dad has dementia. He likes to go for a big long walk every day, and so I couldn't go over their house because they'd never be in, and trying to find out where they were on their walk was nearly impossible. So we've now Wednesday, we meet up for a coffee. Dad will sit as long as it takes to drink a coffee. Mum and I just quickly tell the news of the week, but at least I get to see her and physically see they're both well. And then I walk them into Whirl, and sometimes I go around the charity shops, or if I've got to pay the rent in, like I had to do that week, I paid the rent in, and then they catch the bus to go to town or to go home. Then I went to Morrison's and bought some chocolate as a gift for Zach and Natalie, which are my second cousins, because I'd be visiting them soon. When I got back, I had some lunch and went for a nap. I went to work. Only 2 more days of work before I go to America. Yay! When I got home, I had some chicken and broccoli chow mein for dinner, which I'd got from work. And the boys had pineapple chicken and rice, which I had cooked them in the slow cooker. Okay, got up at 7 a.m, did some chores and got Lakey off to school, did my 7-minute workout. I popped over the shops to get some bread, milk, cheese, boring stuff, blah, blah, blah. Did my HHH, got some lunch and went on Netflix to find some new series to watch and maybe download some for my flight to San Francisco. I found Orange is the New Black and binge watched a few episodes. Then for dinner I made, can you get it? Taco plus pasta. So taco pasta for dinner, and we watched Total Recall, the new-ish one. It was crap. Yeah, no. Don't mess with Arnie. I mean, seriously, Arnie's the best. You just, no, not the new Total Recall. Blah. Okay, the 6th, Friday the 6th, I got up at 7 a.m, got Loki off to school. Can you see something going on here? Kind of a repetitive syndrome I've got going on here. hence I don't do videos. And I wanted to do, if you're wondering why I'm blaring through this, is because of my OCD. I have to start from the 1st and finish on the 31st. I'm giving you a month, although it may be in 2 parts. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I got Loki off to school, did my 3-week online Tesco shop, and thank God I did. I mean, I wasn't binge shopping. I was doing my 3-week shop because I was going to America and I was worried about the boys starving. At this point, pandemic had not kicked in. So, wow, foresight, amazing. So, 3-week online shop. And then I did my 7-minute workout. It does say that everyone is panic buying because of the coronavirus, right? It slightly kicked in there, but not like... All I meant is like when I tried to do my delivery, the delivery slots were like really full up, and also I couldn't buy any toilet roll. So it was the start of it. Anyway, so I've put this wonderful picture here because there wasn't much toilet roll, so the emphasise the madness. I got some lunch and watched Orange is the New Black. Then I had a nap before work. At work, Jamie told me that the people out of work, the people out of work have been rude to her because she looks Chinese. Now, come on, people. That's, it's not good. Yeah, she was going out and she was like going to say shopping at Tesco's or whatever, and people were being so rude to her because she looks Chinese. She's not Chinese, she's Malaysian, and she's never even been to bloody China, and she hasn't been on holiday to China lately, she's never been there. So I just thought it was absolutely disgusting. She was in Tesco's, and the person on the counter was saying to her, sorry for your wait to everybody. Then got to her, said nothing to her, and then Jamie handed her a note, and the person just threw the change at her. I don't mean like forcefully, just like missed her hand, threw the change at her. So she had to scrabble on the floor. So I put this before it all got a bit mad, by the way. So I told her to cough at them. Probably not a good idea, but this is before it had like gone proper mad. There was only sort of like dribs and drabs, and it was all in like China. It wasn't, it wasn't over here as much then. Right, 7th, Saturday, I had a lie-in. And I had some sex. Yes, that happens, people. I did my 7-minute workout. This is my first Saturday of freedom. I no longer have to work at Chopsticks on Saturdays. Yes, I have quit Saturdays to get the freedom back, to have time with my family. I've worked weekends the whole of my working life, and I wanted to regain a weekend day back because I'm missing all the barbecues, which is laughable now. I'm missing all the parties, also laughable. I'm missing everything when I work Saturdays. So I was like, right, I've had enough. We're quitting Saturdays. Plus we got another little girl. She started to cover Lily when she went on holiday and myself when I went on holiday. And so that she's still got a job when we've all come back from our holidays, she was taking my Saturdays, so that was good. Okay, so for lunch we had fish and chips from the Bluefish Company. Well, I had chips and salad actually because I was trying to be a little bit good. And the rest of the day I did Sweet FA. We watched Spencer Confidential on Netflix, and Passengers on C4. For dinner we had a freezer mix-up, which, if you don't know what that is basically whatever is left in the freezer, like half bags of or bits of bags of, you just cook it all just so you can get rid of it. Okay, we had a massive lie-in to 11 a.m. on Sunday the 8th. I felt a bit crap because of it, when you feel achy and rubbish. I got up, did the bed, spins and some washing, 7-minute workout, HHH. Jay and I walked over to the shops to buy some lunch. We had sausage, bacon and eggs for lunch. We watched Orange is the New Black. I went to work for the last time for the month. A customer beeped me off, was so rude. So I was rude to her. I'm trying to ignore my anxiety. I'm usually actually not rude to customers, but she was just so rude. I'm afraid she got it. And I think, like, I was thinking, I'm not in for a month now as well. So there we go. Right, Monday. The 9th of March, I got up at 7 a.m, got Loki off to school and cleaned the house. 7-minute workout. Caught up in my HHH. I checked in online and printed my boarding passes. I did some last minute packing and sorting. Watched a bit more of Orange is the New Black. Dinner, I did Toad in the Hole and the big Tesco shop came. Usually I book it for like coming back between 2 and 3, but as said, all the slots had like filled up. And so I couldn't get it to about between 8 and 9 o'clock in the evening. Then Tuesday the 10th. Jared and I got up at 4 did we? Jared and I got up at 4 a.m. and drove to Heathrow. I went straight through baggage and security. It was very quiet. People were wearing face masks at Starbucks. It made me wonder how they were going to drink their coffee. On the plane, I had all the seats. There was only 6 of us at the back of the plane. It was fantastic. There was like nobody there. Someone stole the hand wash from the toilets and the cabin crew asked if they would return it. Came over tannoyed. Please could you return the hand wash? Otherwise we won't be able to wash our hands before we serve you your dinner. I'm like, some people, I mean seriously. Right, we had turbulence, which I always enjoy, not. At San Francisco, I went straight through security again. I must look very innocent. And I met Candy at Starbucks. We had a wonderful chat in the car, and I haven't seen Candy. Candy's my cousin. I haven't seen her for 12 years. We chat like on, face video chat thing, but and WhatsApp one, but physically haven't seen her for 12 years. We had Taco Bell for dinner, and I tried the Dorito shell one. Candy and I had a Cosmo on the rocks and chatted till bedtime, which was 9 p.m. Remember, I'm jet lagged, people. And that's the middle of the night for me. So that was a lovely first day. Really nice catching up with Candy. Okay, Wednesday the 11th, I slept well in Lily's bed. Bless, my second cousin Lily had given up her bed for me. Woke up at 5 a.m, which was probably about 10 or maybe a bit later actually. It's 8 hours. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, 5 a.m. in the morning there. I sorted out my luggage to 6 o'clock, and then Candy got up with Lily to get her ready for school. I had breakfast. I had tea and a blueberry muffin and a banana. Candy had bought these amazing massive muffins from can't remember. Costco. Did my 7-minute workout, and Candy joined me on my 7-minute workout. When the twins had gone off to school, so Zach and Natalie are the twins, we went to the mall because Candy had to buy a jumper for Zach for his trip to New York and return Natalie's prom dress because it wasn't right. There was no people at the mall either. We went to Rayleigh's to get a bit of shopping. Lunch we had hummus and salad and crisps and dip the stuff in it. and we did lots of chatting. When the kids got back from school, we found out that their New York trip had been cancelled, and I was going over to spend time with Candy because she didn't have the twins for like a long weekend, because they were meant to be in the St. Paddy's parade because they're both in band, but their trip had been cancelled, and they were both really sad about it. I chatted to the twins about school and Loki, while Candy and Bruce had to go to a presentation about a trip that Candy would be doing, because she is like one of the parents that goes away with them on trips to, like, when they go to Italy and that sort of thing. So they had to go to a presentation. When everyone was home, we had pasta for dinner and watched The Young and the Restless, which is Lily's favourite programme. And then I went to bed at 9. Now, I'll come back to the pictures afterwards. Right, got to keep an eye on the time because you know it dumps out at 30 minutes. Right, so on Thursday I woke up at 4:22 a.m. It's a bit precise, isn't it? Text with Jared for a while I waited for Candy to get up. I packed for a trip to Monterey. We did the 7-minute workout. Candy drove me to Benicia, which is such a pretty little town. We had a lovely walk around and stopped for lunch at the One House Bakery. I had a lovely latte there, and we shared, we had a sticky cinnamon bun each, but we shared a lunch platter, which was like bread and cheese and pickles and salami and stuff. Oh, Candy thought the butter was cheese and took a big bite of it. And that is so funny because Loki did exactly the same at IHOP when we went, about 5 or 6 years ago. He thought the butter on top of the pancakes was ice cream and took a big bite of that too. It's like, runs in the family, obviously. And then we went to explore Glass Beach, and I brought a little bit of glass home with me. Oh yeah, I've got to dig that out. That's somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, I know where it is. When the kids got back later, we drove to Auntie Tina's house and had a pizza party, and I caught up with my cousin Mark and his family, my Auntie Tina and Uncle Mike. When we got back to Candy's, we watched TV with Lily, and then I went to bed. Okay. Friday the 13th. Ooh, unlucky for some. Got up at 6 a.m. Candy got Lily off to school. The twin school had been cancelled, and about 9 o'clock we set off for Carmel. That's on my bucket list, to go to Carmel, because my name is Heidi Carmel and I'm named after that Carmel, which I've never seen. We bought a Starbucks coffee first. Took us about 2 hours to get to Carmel, and when we got there we had a really good look around. Quite a lot was closed, and so thankfully there wasn't many people at all. At the moment we wasn't in shelter or anything like that, so you could just move about. You were just asked to be precautious and social distancing, but nothing was in place. So if you're wondering why is she out and about, it's because you were allowed out and about and they hadn't put any, government restrictions on at that point. And we'd planned, obviously, this trip, and because they were sort of like closing down things, we knew it would be fairly quiet. So we were just, wandering about, social distancing, not putting ourselves in crowds or anything. Okay, so we had a look around Carmel, and we stopped at a bakery they had like a soup and sandwich deal. So I think my soup was chicken and artichoke, and I had a half Italian sandwich. And we also shared a cinnamon pastry. We looked at a few more shops, found one selling Christmas toilet roll for $8 each. If you're that desperate, the Christmas toilet roll was still available. And then we went and found the car and went to Point Lobos, which is one of the beauty attractions in California. It's really pretty. It was really, really windy and cold. This might also why there wasn't many people around, and there definitely wasn't many people at Point Lobos either, because it was like Hurricane Bill was on the loose. But it was really nice to like get out in the walk, get out, have a walk, have lots of fresh air, and we saw some lovely views, and I took some really pretty pictures. Even saw a seal. After that we drove to Monterey, where we checked into the Stevenson Hotel. We had a little rest, and then we went out to find some food. So found this little place called Turn 12, and we were just sort of like a little bit hungry, so we just had some snacky stuff. So we had the jalapeno poppers, calamari and fries to share, and we had a margarita, because I've never had a margarita before. So Candy was like, well, we better pop that cherry and have a margarita. So I'm just going to backtrack and show you the pictures, because it's probably going to cut off in 4 minutes, and I will do a part 2. So we'll just have a look here. So this is like the little vacation bits that you can get with Happy Planner. And so just put who, me, destination San Francisco, favourite adventure, going to Monterey with Candy, highlight margaritas with Candy, and best memory. I put forming a real bond with my cousin by talking about everything and anything. This little picture here is at the One House Bakery. It's Candy and myself. And then this is Lily, my second cousin, which is obviously Candy's daughter, and her twins, Zach and Natalie. And this is Auntie Tina and Uncle Mike at our little pizza party. Then moving over, there is Candy and myself having a margarita. And these two pictures are, you know, for what I'm going to explain in a minute when I get to the next bits, but just so you've seen the pictures, this is just Henry Conwell Redwoods, so Candy and I at the Redwoods. And this is one of the pictures on the 17-mile drive. So really pretty beach, and very, very empty, as you can see. Right. I wonder if I get one more day in, or should I stop it there? I will stop it there and come back on a part 2. Okay, see you in a bit.